Miami, Florida. It's the Money Making Monday Show with your host, Carlos. I got calls in different areas. I got calls.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Making sure you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, okay, do me a favor and just comment. So I know that we are live. Who's out there? Happy Money Making Mondays. Good morning, good afternoon. Loud and Abby, loud and clear. So that's all I needed to get started. So today we're going to do some pretty cool, interesting stuff. I'm going to show you real quick how you can use AI to automate your call annotation. So if you're doing paper call and you get an inbound calls, then chances are that if you're doing volume, you're probably hiring somebody to listen to your calls and do QA analysis, right? Quality assurance to make sure that the calls are what they say they are, and then hold everybody accountable, your media buyer and also your buyers, your target, to make sure they're picking up the phone and they're calling for the right reasons and they're being offered the right products. So how can you do that? All right, let's get started. Let me share my screen real quick. What window should I share? Let's start with this one. Great. You don't need to see me for this one. Great. So we use Ringba. So what I'm going to do is going to show you how to do it in Ringba. But you're more than welcome to do it in whatever call tracking platform you use, and make sure they have an API endpoint to be able to do this. As far as Ringba goes, I'm just going to reload this page and go to the introduction. So what we're looking for is call annotation. So you're going to come here under call adjustments. Boom. And then right here, you see add annotation to a call. Great. So it's going to tell you what is it you need to be able to add an annotation to the call. So it's a post, and this is the URL that you're going to be calling. So you're going to have to substitute for your account ID. And then what is it you need? You need an inbound call ID. And then you can post the tags, right? So these are the required parameters. And here you get an explanation. So the inbound call ID, the ID of the call you wish to make an adjustment. You can get call IDs using call log report, but we're going to show you how to do that. Request, I'm sorry. We're going to show you how to do that in another way. And then this is like the tags that you want to pass, right? So you're going to need a couple things. I believe you can do this also in Zapier. I personally use Pipedream. If you're not familiar with Pipedream, it's similar to Zapier, but with a lot more control. If you like to write your own code, like Node.js or a whole bunch of other ones, you can do so here. So when you come here and you create a flow, you can pretty much, if you want to write your own code, so you can do so. Anyways, a couple steps that you need to do. The first one will be to create a webhook. So you're going to add here, new workflow. I'm going to call this AI QA. This is perfect. So we're going to trigger this with a webhook. So here's a webhook, and this is going to be just a simple webhook. Save and continue. Then you're going to go ahead and copy this, and then you're going to add this to Ringba as a pixel. And when you do that, you want to make sure that you send two things. You want to make sure that you send your inbound call ID, and also you want to make sure that you send your recording URL. Okay, so then we're going to add a next step, And that next step is going to call OpenAI, which is ChatGPT right here. And then you can see here is translate, create a completion, and so on, right? Now you can use a couple ones. You can use OpenAI. You can also use like DeepGram and whichever other ones you feel comfortable with. So that's up to you. All right. For this, I'm also going to use, let me go back here. It's just going to use DeepGram, which is another system that allow you to transcribe the calls. There you go. Put this one here. And then this is going to transcribe audio. So you see right here where it says transcribe audio. That's exactly what you're going to do. And you're going to click here where it says transcribe audio. And then here under model, you're going to click this and make sure that you select phone call so it knows that it's a phone call. And then you can also use other things like punctuate or smart format, or like the different versions and languages that you want to use, and the tag, which what I do is I create a tag and I put here the inbound call ID, which I'm going to show you in the next step. And that will be the next step here. Then after we have the transcription, then we want to call OpenAI. And what we want to do with OpenAI is going to be like an assistant role to grab the transcription that we just gather from DeepGram. And then with this, what we're going to do is like, please analyze this inbound call and provide a brief annotation. Right? And then here's going to be the transcription, which I'm going to show you later. And then you're going to do then another webhook. And then this time, what you're going to do is you're going to post this back to Ringba. So what you're going to do here is you're going to change this to post. And then we're going to change this to the body, to application JSON. And then raw body. And then we're going to come here. And it's going to copy this right here. I'm going to dump this right here. Okay, and I'm going to change this to this position. And then here's the value. And the value is going to be what ChatGPT will generate based on the call. Okay, so this will be pretty much the workflow as far as how can you make this happen, which I just showed you how you can make this happen. But it's pretty simple, okay? A call comes in, you're going to trigger that. You're going to send the inbound call ID and the recording URL, and you're going to transcribe it. Then you're going to go ahead and analyze it, and then you're going to post it back to Ringba. So that way, when you come in and you look at a call, you can see exactly what happened. And then based on your prompting, you can do like a lot more. So if you want to prompt and go crazy with it, you can. Here's just we're providing a quick annotation to make this happen. I know this is a little bit techy, but what this will allow you to do is to provide a call analysis for every single call. All right. As far as creating a pixel in Ringba, you just go to Ringba and then you will go ahead and create a pixel. Let me see if I can open a window and show you guys. Give me a second. Okay. One quick second while I do this. Okay. Share the screen. Kind of have to stop this and do it again. So give me a second. Okay, cool. So where you go? Right here. So you will come to your Ringba account and you come to pixels right here, integration, pixels. Then you go ahead and start working on your pixel. So this will be like your AI call analysis. Then you're going to come here and then you're going to copy this trigger URL, which is right here. And you're going to put it right here. And you're going to click in advanced options and you're going to change this to post and application JSON. And then you're going to go ahead and write your code, which is going to be your inbound call ID. And then you have to insert your tag here. And I'm also going to add my recording URL. Then I'm going to create my tags real quick. So I'm going to come here and then put inbound call ID. And then you're going to see this tag right here. So I'm just going to copy this from here. Boom. And I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the recording. Recording here, and then recording URL, which is here right here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to copy this tag right here. And I'm going to put it right here. Also going to bring this squiggly bracket down. Then what I want to do is I'm going to change this to recording. The reason why I'm doing that is because it takes like a second or two after the call is completed for the recording to be available. So if you fire this like in a completed or anything like that, right, it's not going to include the recording URL. So what you want to do is you want to fire on recording so you know that the recording URL is going to be here. All right, once you do this, you will save it. You can also add any tags here, such as, for example, the call length. I want it to be like greater than, for example, 10 seconds. And then let's say I want to analyze calls that are not converting, to give you an example. So I will put like the call length then is less than, that will be like less than. And then I don't need this one, so let me delete this. So less than, I will say like, let's say that you have like a 60-second, 90-second buffer. So I will be like, okay, 90 seconds. Or you can leave it blank and you can analyze every single call. But if not, then you're just gonna put in here and what is it that you're looking for, right? So like usually a buffer will be like, you know, like 60 seconds, 90 seconds. So I want to analyze all the calls that are not converting to figure out why they're not converting. So that's why I'm putting here. The call length has to be between 10 seconds and 90 seconds. Again, call length inside Ringba is determined by seconds. So this is not 90 minutes, this is 90 seconds, all right? So if you want to do more time, then go ahead and do that. Or like I said, or just remove it. Then you're going to go ahead and click create. I'm not going to create this because we already have this, but you're going to go ahead and click create. And then once you click create, you're going to go to and add this pixel to all the campaigns that you want to track. Okay. Then you're going to come back, and this is actually a working flow where you can see here the triggers that are coming in. Right. So these are all the triggers that are coming in. You can see here this one, for example, and you can see the inbound call ID. You can see the recording URL. There's a new one that just came in. So I click ahead and click continue. And then I already configured this. So I already configured this with my keys and my account. So you can just connect your account, or you can do it however you want it, right? And then what this is doing is grabbing the URL from this step, right? So here, the URL from this step, boom, 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 right here, use select path, and it grabs this URL, and then it's analyzing it as a call, detect the language, because you can run this in multiple language, punctuate, and then the tag, what I do with the tag is I go ahead and I use the same inbound call ID, this one here. I use the same inbound call ID because by doing so, then I can, if I ever need to locate this call, I can just search by it and then I'll have it, right? So once this is here and everything is set, I will go ahead and test this. There you go. So now you have the transcript here, right? So this is going to look something like this when you do it. So you want to come here to results and channels, and then alternative, and then transcript, right? And this is the transcript right here. So this is the whole transcript, right? And then what you want to do then is you want to send this transcript to ChatGPT so that ChatGPT can analyze it. And I'm using the 3.5 turbo model. You can use whatever model you want. This one is kind of like the fastest. And then it says a simple prompt here. Please analyze this call. Please analyze this call transcript, inbound call, and provide a very short annotation. And then what you want to do is you want to include the call transcript. So if you come here, you will look for transcript, which will be somewhere here, what I just showed you. Then I will select this path, right? And then I can go ahead and test it. And this is going to take a quick second. And here, this is an inbound call where the customer is inquiring about possible additional Medicare benefits and is being transferred to a licensed agent who can review the benefits with her. The agent, Sarah, explains their services and asks basic demographic questions to determine which plans Jillian, the caller, may qualify for. The conversation ends with a warrant transfers to a licensed agent who can provide more detailed information about the plan. There you go. Job done. Now what you want to do is you want to grab that and you want to throw it back in Ringba. So here's your inbound call ID. It's the original inbound call ID that we had from the beginning. This one, right? And then here you have the annotation, the disposition. That's what I'm calling the this, so I know. And then here is the tag value, which is the return of ChatGPT content. So what I can do is I can just delete this to show you guys, and I'll click here, and then I'll look for this step, which is not the transcription, but the chat one. And then I will look for the content. This is boom, boom. Hold on, I got lost here for a second. Okay, this is the original message. I'm not looking for the original message. I'm looking for the summary, which is, here you see role assistant content, and then I'll select this path. And then this will be included here. And then if I go ahead and fire this, this will go ahead and post this into Ringba, and then you can later look for it, okay? I know I'm flying through it and I'm doing it very fast, but here is the call flow to be able to do that. So you have here your trigger, your transcription, your analysis, and you're posting back to Ringba. What will this do? This will do an internal call analysis for you. So then you can go ahead and analyze every single call and know what's going on. This annotation will be added to your Ringba account, and then you can know that. Now, if you wanted to add it somewhere else, like a Google Sheet, you're more than welcome to do that. Just create a Google Sheet, and then you will post all the information to your Google Sheet if you want to do that. If you're going to do that, I would recommend grabbing more information, just, not just the inbound call ID and the transcription, but I will also recommend grabbing what campaign they call in for, the timestamp, if you have multiple media buyers or multiple targets. So add as much information as you want. You don't need to, because you can find everything with the inbound call IDs anyways. Okay, this probably is going to be one of the fastest trainings that I have done, but it's very useful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait a couple minutes to see if anybody has any questions, and I'll go ahead and answer them for you. So cool. So loud and clear. Great, great. Can you share how you scale Facebook campaign when found a winner? That's not the topic of today. Uh, Max, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you here. Angel, what's going on, buddy? Anthony, my man, love this topic and perfect use case for high volume agency. Yes, it is. You can do a lot more than that. I'm just like touching the surface, right? I don't want to get too complicated, but you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You can create JSON objects, pass this to databases, do further call analysis, do segmentations, enhancement with the whole shebang bang. So just touching it of how you can use it at a very high level to get a very accurate annotation of every single call, so that way and also it cuts down staff that you need to do call analysis, because now you can do it pretty much automated, and that also cuts down your media buyers asking you like, hey, what happened with this call, like why was this call not connected, or why was this call dropped, and stuff like that. Even though they can, most of the time they can listen to the recordings, now they can just see a quick annotation of what is the summary of what was the call about, right? So you can track other things. Let's say you want to track if the product was sold, or if they enroll for something, or if they made an appointment or something like that. You can track that as well. It just depends on the prompting that you use. Hey, Carlos, good to see you. This is Adam. Yes, Adam, how's it going? Baltimore. I love it. I had a great time up there. Good seeing you, buddy. Wow, cutting edge stuff. Thank you, appreciate it. It's very useful, to say the least. And here, thank you for sharing your experience. Very informative. My pleasure. I'm glad that I'm able to help. So, with that being said, this is exactly how you do it. And then again, if you do more advanced prompting, you can also do that, but I wouldn't recommend doing it in the call annotation. I would recommend sending it to somewhere else, right? So for example, I'll show you very quick. So here my prompt is like, please analyze this call and provide a very short annotation. So I can, instead of that, I say, please analyze this call transcript, inbound call, and complete the JSON object. Hello, right? And then what I will do is I will build the object right here, right? So let's say that I'm looking for, I'm just going to do it very, very quick just to show you. But let's say that I'm doing for callers. First name. And then I also want to give you an example. Oh, you can't see. Wow. Good for typing that, because I'm here like typing away thinking you can see. So if you want to do something else, and you can just change the prompt, right? So like, please analyze this call. Please analyze this inbound call script and complete JSON object below. So I'll be like, okay, if I want the first name and I want the last name, to give you an example, and everything else that you want. I can't give you too much away. You got to put the rest together. But here it is, right? This is very simple. And be like, and then I'm actually gonna put here gender. Right? And then I'm going to tell here in the instructions, use caller's first name and last name to determine gender. Okay. And then use zip code to complete city and state. Based on object only, ignore everything else. Can't type, but you get the idea. Hopefully you guys can type better than me. And then since I said city and state, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type in city. And I'm going to type in state. And zip code. Right. So this is the object that I'm providing where I'm just asking very simple information like first name, last name, gender, city, state, zip code. Right. There you go. So, and here's the call transcription. So I'm going to here call put. Create a space here. Oops. All right, all set. So this is my updated prompt here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click test now. And you're going to see the result that I get is going to be completely different. Just keep in mind, you don't want to put this as an annotation because it's a JSON object. So you might want to use this in the database or somewhere else. But definitely don't want to use this in your annotations because it won't be able to handle that. But here you can see my content now has been updated where Jillian Matthews, a female, Blanca, Colorado, and here's the zip code. All of that came from the call transcript, of course. So the sky's the limit and what you can build. It just depends on what the call it's all about and how you can do that. Then you can go ahead and post this, whatever you want to do it. And that is all for today. Do you guys have any questions? Going once, going twice. Speak now or forever. Hold the truth. Hold your silence. AI is changing the game. Yes, sir. Clayton, what's going on, Baba? Looking good there. Fire, fire. Amazing. Cool. What is this? Hey, Carlos, how are you? We have our travel company register, and we're now trying to get into flat booking. Can you please share with us how to get started? Yeah, there's a training on the YouTube. You can go there and take a look at it. How do I get into your Slack group? Adam, I'm going to send you a link. So, yeah, it's in Slack. I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to go ahead and send that to you private so you can join. And with that being said, that is all for today. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one. I'm out. Peace.